Welcome back to the final day of my 2-day journey on the German Alpine Road. Join me as I set off in the morning from Bad Tölz through the varied landscapes this final day has in store. This section has everything from fast-flowing roads through isolated forests, fashionable towns nestled on the shores of famous lakes, and of course plenty of twisty roads and inspiring mountain scenery on our way to the official final destination of the Königssee, and actually a bit beyond. If this sounds interesting to you, stick around, it's going to be a good one. Alright, good morning everybody. I'm just leaving Bad Tölz now and heading towards Greece. Back on the Deutsche Alpenstraße for day 2. I'm excited what today brings. Beautiful morning with mountains. Look at this. Air is fresh. The hay is cut. Just can't beat it. This is the way to start a morning. I just want to make a quick point about the GS. Check out my fuel range. 657 kilometers. Hell yes. There's Greece going right on by. It's supposed to be a nice town. But we are going back where there's almost nothing. Going into the woods. Getting an early start from the hotel in Bad Tölz puts us in the perfect position to have one of the best fast riding sections of the Alpine Road all to ourselves. The section between Greece and Kreuz stands out as one of my favorite riding sections due to its isolated forest scenery, lack of traffic, and fast sweepers, baby. Roads. It's pure riding pleasure as you get into that magical zone, weaving through the woods at high speeds with only the occasional hiker's parking lot to watch out for. At the midpoint, you'll encounter a scenic dam crossing at the Sylvenstein Lake. Later, there's a tiny pass that includes a backwoods 1-kilometer border crossing into Austria, and then on to the town of Kreuz, where civilization begins again. Can't miss this nice river here. A little bit of morning traffic. Oh yeah, I remember this. There's a big dam here. Look at that. Gorgeous. Back to the sweepers. Had nothing out here, no houses, just wild roads. Good morning, buddy. Got a lake to the sides, rocks to the side. This is definitely one of my favorite parts of the Alpenstraße, just because I like sweepers more than hairpins. So in a little bit here, it looks like I'll be entering Austria. Alright, turned left towards Tegernsee. So now we are going up this little pass here to the Tegernsee. This should be fun. Welcome to Stuben. Little backcountry area. The Aachen Pass. I actually have to put on my heated grips here. Motorcycling
bliss. Quite. Pretty nice place. Now we definitely have to go down to 30. Rottach-Egern.
In stark contrast to the peaceful, fast riding of the previous section, the next part of the Alpine Road puts us in the middle of luxury real estate, classy cafes, and Bavarian beer pubs known as Wirtshäuser in the town of Rottach-Egern and the shores of the Tegernsee and Schliersee. Millionaires and soccer stars flock to the Tegernsee due to its proximity to Munich, fresh air, mountain scenery, and fine restaurants and shopping. Be prepared for lots of 30 speed limits, traffic, and pedestrians. It's best to hit these towns early in the morning. You'll find the Schliersee is a bit smaller and far less busy as you ride along its eastern shore.
Heading to the Schliersee. Town of Schliersee. Nice Bavarian town here. How many times have I said that already? But there should be a See coming up here on the right eventually. There we go, there's the Schliersee. Also very nice. Quite a bit smaller than the Tegernsee. All right, this is the next pass.
When you reach the town of Bayerischzell, it's time for two more absolute highlights of the Alpine Road, the Südelfeld Pass and the Tutzelwurmstrasse, which link the towns of Bayerischzell and Oberaudorf. The Südelfeld Pass is known as Bavaria's Alpine Pass, which twists to a height of 1,123 meters or 3,684 feet. Unlike many alpine passes, this one has two regular wide lanes to enjoy the scenery and invites you to really work that throttle on a combination of long sweepers and wide hairpins. This pass officially has a speed limit of 60 kilometers per hour, but it's pretty easy to accidentally hit triple digits here as you ride your way through some spectacular scenery.
The whole thing is 60 though, what's up with that? I mean, I don't think there's going to be any police this early in the morning, but still. This is like a straight up roller coaster, dudes. sweepers are amazing. Oh, look at this warning. That's kind of scary. Rumble strips here everywhere. Keep everybody at 60. Here's the first Tölz of the worm. Aw, they rumble strip everything.
At the bottom of the Sudelfeld Pass, you hang right at the intersection and join the next highlight, the Tölzlwurmstraße, which is named after a mythical half-cat, half-snake creature that slithers between the mountain cracks, attacking livestock and scaring the locals. Bavaria's very own Loch Ness Monster. The road itself is quite different than the fast Sudelfeld Pass. For the most part, it's very narrow, with lots of blind turns, so you can't really ride fast here. Expect tiny villages, dark forested sections, and several sharp, tight corners along the way. Please remember to respect the villagers by sticking to 30 in the few settlements along the way. You'll really feel like you're riding the back of a snake that slithers along the side of the mountain, with a grand finale featuring wide panoramic views into the valley approaching Oberaudorf.
How about that? Oh, it gets really tight here. Okay. That's what you got to worry about. It gets really tight here, and when a camper comes through, can we just appreciate that view? My goodness. Wow. Don't go over the side with all the wows, but wow. That's the Tölzlwurm behind us.
For me, the next section is admittedly my least favorite from a pure riding perspective. That is the route between Oberaudorf and Grassau. There are several small scenic Bavarian towns that you pass through, but this means in-town speed limits and potential for quite a bit of traffic. Additionally, a section of the Alpine Road here parallels the A8 Autobahn, which I've driven and ridden countless times on my way into Austria, so I'm a bit overly familiar with the scenery of this section, and it simply doesn't excite me as much as other parts of the Alpine Road.
Now this place is nice. Look at that.
In my opinion, once you get past Grassau and head around the Chiemgauer Alps, the riding gets exciting again. First you ride over the 793-meter high Maserer Pass and on down to the wonderfully scenic town of Reit im Winkel, my favorite small town along the route. That's Reit im Winkel, not Rip Van Winkle, although it could be described as a sleepy town with a population of just about 2,500 people. It would make the perfect base for an extended vacation, beautifully situated at 700 meters above sea level and nestled between mountains in the border area of Austria. It's also surrounded by nature in all directions, and riding all around the area is superb. It's even just a little over an hour's ride from the start of the famous Großglockner High Alpine Road, which I've covered in another video on my channel. Immediately after leaving town, you enter the nature preserve area of the Three Lake District between Reitenwinkel and Ruhpolding. This section features a ride along 3 emerald spring-fed lakes that invite sunbathing and swimming, if you can be bothered to get off your bike. Apparently there's even a nude beach on one of the lakes, so don't forget to pack those binoculars in the panniers.
Should be getting to some lakes here. Just saw the sign that says Naturschutzgebiet. Yep, there's some water there. It's a bit like a swamp. And then a bigger lake should be coming up. Gotta watch out for traffic here. Looks like beach day. Oh yeah, there's the other lake. That one's almost got no water in it. That's just a pond. Sweet road up here. There's like nobody around. Just beach goers and bicyclists. No traffic. Slow down for this one. Gorgeous.
As you motor beyond the 3 lakes, you find yourself on a fast, wide-open country road that weaves past the town of Ruhpolding, known as Little Canada, for its majestic setting and biathlon sports tradition. There is some outstanding riding in this section as you make your way along a twisty forested route south of the town of Inso.
Oh yeah. Badass road. And up here we are going Berchtesgaden, Deutsche Alpenstraße. Look at this.
The next section between Weisbach and Ramsau weaves along a road raised high above the valley floor as it snakes along the Weisbach River and offers views to the mountains above. At the time of filming, there was a small 2-kilometer section of Alpine Road that was closed, likely due to being washed out and under repair. So I had to make a detour to Bad Reichenhall and around along the Saarlach River back to the Alpine Road.
Well, this is mighty impressive. Look at this. That little back section was closed, but I don't know, maybe it was 10 kilometers or so. Very impressive. It's a very nice road back here.
Fast sweepers and mountain views along the winding Schwarzbach River lead to the impressively situated Schwarzbachwacht at 868 meters, which served as a border guard station for the independent region of Berchtesgaden before it became a part of the Kingdom of Bavaria in 1810. This historically important road finally leads to the impressive hairpins leading down to Ramsau bei Berchtesgaden.
Look at that. Holy shit. Is this the Sound of Music or what? Can't even stay on the road. The views, the views! This definitely counts as part of the best bits of the Alpenstrasse right here. Just that twisty road just now. It's pretty insane here. Pretty insane. This is one of the best bits for sure. Just gotta take this all in here. Screw speeding. And now we are going down. I think that's a driving school there. Oh yeah. When you don't have a student driver in front of you, I can imagine this road is phenomenal. Berchtesgaden, Königssee, straight ahead. And here we are in Ramsau. Berchtesgaden, 8 kilometers, and that will be getting close to the end of the Deutsche Alpenstrasse. But I think I am actually going to go to the Königssee, even though it's tourist hell. I'm not going to stop there, but close my visor. Not going to stop there, but I'm going to just take a look around. I've been there before when I was a kid, and then I'll head back up. Mark Schellenberg, Berchtesgaden. Look at the color of that water. So blue. Look how it cuts through these cliffs here. Some rocks on the road. One and a half miles, I'm going right, take the back way to the Königssee. So I will film this back way. Let's see where this takes me. Don't let me down, GPS. Alright, we are in a 30 zone. Checking out some nice houses. Wow. Wow. I think it's going this way, right? Yep. Königssee, 4 kilometers this way.
All right, everyone. Now we're on the final stretch featuring Berchtesgaden, the Königssee, and beyond. I leave the Alpine Road here to take the back way into the Königssee, and then on into Berchtesgaden, a beautifully historic but touristy town. The official end of the Alpine Road, the Königssee, is worth seeing despite the mass tourism you'll encounter at the parking lot. Once you're out there on the water on those electric boats, it becomes very peaceful and with a backdrop of some of the finest scenery in all of Bavaria. After leaving Berchtesgaden, I head north to the small town of Marktschellenberg where I end the video, but not without an additional route suggestion along the way.
Welcome to Berchtesgaden at mountain bike pace. Berchtesgaden is a really nice town. Yeah, it's full of tourists, and Tuesday in the summer, doesn't matter what time you get here. Check it out. Now for me, the Deutsche Alpenstraße actually doesn't end in Berchtesgaden and the Königssee. I like going all the way to Marktschellenberg, which is the next small town, and this is actually quite a nice ride.
While in Berchtesgaden, I highly recommend extending the Alpine Road to include the fabulous Rossfeld Panoramastraße. This is a toll road, but it's well worth it for the incredibly expansive views from the twisting road on a high plateau, which makes it seem like you're riding at the very top of Bavaria. You can get a taste of this road by watching my top 5 reasons for a R1200GS video on my channel, in which I use riding footage exclusively from this road. And then at the end of the Alpine Road, you're so close to Salzburg, Austria, why not just head over the border and check out the Lake District behind Salzburg? I've got a video about that too on my channel, by the way, so check that out if you get a chance.
Lots of stuff to see after the Deutsche Alpenstraße. Alright, coming up on the beautiful town of Marktschellenberg.
So our journey along the Alpine Road has now come to an end. I hope you've learned something along the way and have been inspired to take this trip yourself. If so, leave me a thumbs up. Perhaps you've already ridden the German Alpine Road and simply wanted to relive the ride. I would love to hear about your experience. Leave a comment about your own favorite parts of the ride. Thanks for watching, ride safe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Well, that's going to be the end of the trip for me. Well, not the end of the trip for me, the end of the trip for you guys that are watching. So I'm heading back into Austria. Hope you enjoyed riding with me, and tune in for the next videos.